I'm Geneva Zoltek in Missoula. Members of the Montana Climate Solutions Council are urging Governor Gianforte to act on climate change. I spoke with two members of the council who say they have a plan and they're ready to help. On August 11th, 19 council members penned a letter to the governor on the heels of a summer of extreme temperatures, a statewide drought emergency, and unseasonably early wildfires.
We are not prepared for heat, drought, wildfire smoke, and the health implications, physical, mental health, and we need to jumpstart that too. So I think a lot of people are feeling that urgency because we're feeling it in our bones.
In 2019, former Governor Bullock designated Sillenberg and 28 others to create the Montana Climate Solutions Plan. Last August, that plan was released with 50 recommendations.
Even when the plan was done, we knew that it was a plan that was really written to be durable into the next administration. At that time, we didn't know who that was going to be, right?
Now, 1 year later, with new state leadership, the council's membership is ready to jump back into action, with recent global climate news mentioned in the letter. Earlier this month, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change released the 6th assessment report.
The big deal is that it's a threat to our way of life.
State climatologist Dr. Kelsey Jensko runs the Montana Climate Office, an independent state-designated body that tracks and interprets climate information.
These models have gotten really good. We've refined them over time, and this latest IPCC report is based upon the best available science.
The IPCC reports that without a shift in human activities, global average temperatures are expected to rise.
That we can expect to see upwards of 3 degrees Celsius warming by end of century, and that is a significant change. Our way of life here in Montana would be fundamentally different.
According to Jensko, while the end of the century may seem far away,
the IPCC report said that we're going to see in the next 10 to 20 years 1.5 degrees Celsius global warming.
That's stacked onto historic warming trends, breaking those numbers down closer to home.
In reality, here in Montana, we've warmed by about 2.7 degrees Fahrenheit since 1950. We're warming a little bit faster relative to the rest of the world and the rest of the United States because we're at a slightly higher latitude.
Jensko said these temperature changes are impacting one of Montana's largest sectors, agriculture. Weather stations installed by the Montana Climate Office track meteorological information and soil moisture to inform farmers and ranchers already affected.
It just hurts to see the pain in their eyes because they're hardworking people who have always made things work, but they're facing some pretty dire effects in terms of this drought and climatic changes.
Jensko said future changes in temperature will exacerbate problems currently hitting Montana.
This drought is kind of the new normal here in Montana. Things can actually get worse, and they're projected to get worse if we continue to emit fossil fuels and burn fossil fuels at the rate that we are.
MTN News reached out to Governor Gianforte for comment on this story. His office sent over a statement that said, "The governor appreciates the collaborative approach of the council, the contributions and ideas of each member, and their completion of the report. The governor will continue to consider the council's recommendations as well as the ideas of all Montanans as he addresses climate change by focusing on promoting American innovation, not imposing burdensome, job-killing government mandates." To view the letter to Governor Gianforte and other materials mentioned in this report, visit KPAX.com. In Missoula, Geneva Zoltek, MTN News.